Good afternoon, YouTube. It's February 26th, and I want to say it's 50 degrees right now. I could not resist taking a ride in this kind of weather. Now, it was supposed to have snowed this morning, but it didn't. It was kind of nasty out, but they predicted this kind of weather that I'm having right here for this afternoon time, and that's what we've got. So, yeah, taking a ride. Well, I guess I can't go that way, huh? I guess I can't go that way. All right, well, I hate being in the city traffic, honestly. I don't trust the drivers here in the city. They don't have a very good record. Drivers in general don't. So if I can stay out of the city, other than to get by the city, I'm happy to do that. 50 degrees in February, guys. How good is that, huh? Maybe I don't have to move to Tennessee. My son, Nathaniel, is coming into town tomorrow from Hawaii. Guess he's going to be doing some studio work here in New Hampshire at his friend's studio. He's bringing a couple of artists with him who basically hired him to do the studio guitar work, I guess. And it'll be good to see him. He'll be here for about a week. Always good when the boys come home. Get up on the highway, go up a couple of exits and get off, just so I can take a new route. Kind of sick of driving through, riding through Litchfield, which is what I usually do on these rides, but it's nicer today, so I'll probably be out longer than I usually am. You go up to Hooksett, or we'll see. There you go. Turn this camera on too. One, two, three, two. The amount of wind that I get on this bike is really kind of incredible. I don't remember it being this way when I took it down to North Carolina, but that was a lot of years ago. A lot of wind noise and a lot of wind. Those are a couple of things that would keep me from taking this motorcycle on a long trip. It's actually fairly comfortable with this backrest. Didn't used to be this comfortable, but the backrest has helped quite a bit. But the wind is still, I don't know if I need a taller windshield, maybe? I don't know. Maybe I just need to close my, yeah, that helps. To close my visor all the way. Definitely not getting as much wind. But of course, I'm not not going as fast now as I was on the highway either, so. Just going to ride on some back roads here today. I think that's aimed right. I believe it is. I bought a new helmet. I bought this is not it. I haven't mounted anything on it yet, so I'm still wearing my old helmet, but I bought another HJC, and I was going to buy a Shoei Neotech. I still may buy that helmet because they're on sale right now, but I bought this one because I found it online for half price. And it just seemed like a good deal, and if nothing else, I'll keep one of these. I'll probably keep the new one down at my sister's house just in case I decide to rent a bike and take a ride down there. I'd like to have my own gear. I've got plenty of gear to do that, so that may be my use for the new helmet. I do like the Shoeis. In my experience, they make a really good helmet. I do have a Shoei, actually, a Quest. I've never worn it. It's a full face, not a modular, and I've really grown to like the modular helmet. But maybe that's down there. You want to be able to flip up your helmet, I'd say. So anyway, it gets to the point where you have enough gear. I have enough gear. Listen, I'm just doing my thinking out loud stuff as I usually do. No particular purpose for this video other than I'm taking a ride and inviting anybody to come along who would like to. So it's supposed to be nice for the next 3 or 4 days, and then all of next week, I think. So I'm going to be taking the Voyager out for a ride. It's about time. I don't think I've ridden that since November. My son rode it in November. I rode it also, but I don't think I rode that in January. I've ridden every month. I really don't know where I'm going today. The last time I rode out this way on the Intruder here, I rode out to Hillsboro. I have video of that, which I haven't posted. I have quite a bit of video that I haven't posted on the Goldwing, the Voyager, and this bike. I've just got really lazy about editing, putting stuff together, you know. It seems to be a recurring theme these days on YouTube. I've seen a lot of creators just, and not motorcycle creators. I watch a guy, Joe Robinette. I watched him years ago, and I haven't watched him in a while, and just the other day actually last night I saw something, and I tuned into one of his videos. Then I watched a video that was titled "What Happened to Joe Robinette?" And I thought to myself, yeah, what happened to Joe Robinette? A couple of things. And this seems to be a recurring thing on YouTube, and I know it happens with me. They unsubscribe you from people. I don't know why that happens or how that happens, but I know that I get unsubscribed from people, and so at some point I think, gee, I haven't seen anything from so-and-so for a while. I wonder what's going on, and I find out I'm not subscribed anymore, so I'm not getting notifications. And I know that I didn't unsubscribe. YouTube unsubscribed me. The other thing that seems to be a recurring theme lately for creators is they're getting burnt out, and that was part of his story. He was just kind of burnt out. He's been doing this for, I don't know, I think he said 10 years. But people just get burnt out doing this. It's you know, when you're trying to post a video every week or 2 videos a week or whatever you put yourself on a schedule of, it becomes a job, and it's not a particularly rewarding job, to be honest with you, if you're doing it for a job. Because you can be working your butt off, and if it's like having a boss that doesn't like you. You know, it's like, almost like you can't do enough. I don't know where that's going to go. I really don't, because YouTube creators are the bread and butter. Small, medium, large creators are the bread and butter of YouTube, and it's almost like they don't care. They really don't care whether this is fulfilling for you or not, or whether or not that it's financially possible to do this. Now, you'd think a guy that gets thousands and thousands and millions of views would be doing okay on YouTube, but even that's not necessarily the case. I mean, I've seen some video creators talking about how, you know, they get 1 million views and it's like $5,000 or something like that. So for the most part, your views are not getting 1 million, or your videos are not getting 1 million views. So 1 million views is kind of like big time. And if all you're doing is walking away with $5,000, not that that's chump change. That's not what I'm saying. But that's not going to sustain you and your family for any length of time while you go through the dry times. And if they just decide through the algorithm that, you know, they're not interested in camping videos anymore, and they change the algorithm, it's basically a form of what would you call it? Not shadow banning, but throttling your channel back. Hey, you got, you know, that's your livelihood. So I don't know what's up with YouTube. Thankful that I don't count on any income from YouTube. It'd be nice to have it. Whatever it was $30 a month. Just something to offset the cost of my time and effort, my gasoline, whatever. It would be nice, but I don't do this for that. That's why, for me, it's kind of secondary. I don't really care that much about it. It doesn't affect whether or not I do YouTube videos, and I don't feel as pressured to do YouTube videos as some of the people that I see. I'm in Hooksett right now. That's Roby's store down there. I think every presidential candidate since the 1930s has visited that place. I used to know the owners, but Mr. and Mrs. Roby passed away years ago. Their son Wayne took it over, and then I believe he sold it to some other people. But they were the nicest people going, boy, I'll tell you. And Mrs. Roby, she made a heck of a chili, let me tell you. Go in there some days and just get a bowl of chili. Very nice people. Hooksett, New Hampshire.